Hi Year 7, so this is your lesson on like terms. So just a reminder that when we talk about a term, they're pronumerals and numbers, so the coefficient, multiplied together, and they're always separated by addition and subtraction. So as soon as you get a plus sign, you're moving into a new term. And when we talk about like terms, they're terms that contain exactly the same pronumerals. They don't have to be in the same order, but it helps if they are in the same order to identify them. So we've got some examples here. 5AB and 3AB are like terms. They've got the same pronumerals. They've both got an A and a B. Then if we have a quick look at 4A and 7B, obviously they don't have the same letter, so they are not like terms. Their pronumerals aren't the same. And then the next one you've got here, you've got 2ACB and 4BAC. And they are like terms because they've both got the letters A, B and C, although the order is different. And that's one of the reasons why we try to put our pronumerals in alphabetical order so that we can easily identify like terms. But because we can multiply in any order, it doesn't actually matter. If we've got 2 times 3 times 5, that would be the same as if we did 2 times 5 times 3. And so that's the same as having ACB or BAC or ABC. It doesn't matter which order because they are just multiplied together. Like terms can be combined within an expression to create a simpler expression that is equivalent. So if we have 5AB plus 3AB, we've got 5 lots of AB plus 3 lots of AB. So altogether we've got 5 plus 3, so we'd have 8 lots of AB. And if two terms are not like terms, such as 4x and 5y, they can still be added to get an expression like 4x plus 5y, but we can't simplify that any further. We can't add them together. Okay, so we have to have like terms. They have to have exactly the same pronumerals to be able to add or subtract using our algebra skills. So let's have a look at the examples, and remember you're going to fill these in as we go through them. So first of all, we're identifying like terms. So which of the following pairs are like terms? So in A, we've got X as the pronumeral and X as the pronumeral. So it will be like terms. In B, we've got 3 lots of A and 3 lots of B, but because the pronumerals are different, one of them has an A, one of them has a B, they are not like terms. In C, we've got A, B and B, A. It's the same letters, same pronumerals, so they are like terms. 4K and K. So both of them have got just a K as the pronumeral, so they are like terms. Now in E, we've got 2 lots of A and 4 lots of AB. But because this term, 2A, doesn't have the B, they are not like terms. And the last one, F, same thing again. We've got A and B here, and we've got A and B and another A here. So they are not like terms because they don't have exactly the same pronumerals. They have to have exactly the same, okay, and all the same letters. The order doesn't matter, but it must have the same pronumerals. So then once we know how to identify like terms, we can then use those skills to be able to simplify some expressions. And it's a really good idea to have a couple of different colours of pen with you so that you can start to underline your like terms. So we're going to simplify, which means we're trying to make it a more simple expression, the following by collecting like terms. So for question A, I'm going to start by underlining the like terms. So 7B is a like term with 3B. So and I can rewrite that expression if I wish as 7B plus 3b plus 2. Okay, I've rearranged it. I've just changed that term, so I've got my like terms together, and then I can do 7 lots of b plus 3 lots of b will give me 10 lots of b plus 2. We haven't done anything with that plus 2. We can't add it in to the 10b because we haven't got like terms, but we can put it in the same expression. With question B, we have 12d minus 4d plus d. So they are all like terms because they all have exactly the same pronumeral. And just remember that this d, although it doesn't have a number in front of it, the coefficient would be 1. We've got one lot of d and we just don't write that 1 if we don't need to. So that's going to equal, we've got to do 12 minus 4, which would be 8, plus 1 more, which will give us 9d. Okay, moving on to question C, and we've got 5 plus 12a plus 4b minus 2 minus 3a. And what you have to do first of all is look for your like terms. So which things are exactly the same? Well, we've got a 12a and we've got a minus 3a over here. So they're going to be like terms. And then don't forget that your numbers, when you've got just a number, they're also something that you can add and subtract. So you can rewrite that if you wish, so that you've got 12a minus 3a, and all I'm doing is rearranging this, plus 4b plus 5, because remember this 5 at the beginning is a positive because it hasn't got a takeaway sign in front of it, and then take away 2, and then we can simplify. So I've got 12a minus 3a, and that's going to give me 9a. 12 lots of a number minus 3 lots of that number. 12 minus 3 is 9. We haven't done anything with plus 4b, and there is nothing else with a b. There are no other like terms. So it's simply going to be plus 4b. And then the last part, we've got plus 5, take away 2. So plus 5, take away 2 is going to be plus 3. Oh, do that in black. Plus 3. And there are no like terms in that expression that I've got written there, so I can't simplify any further. So I'm going to do the same thing with question D. I'm just going to rewrite it so we can see where it's going. So I've got 13a plus 8b plus 2a minus 5b minus 4a. Alrighty, and I'm going to get my colours out. So I'm going to underline 13a has like terms in 2a and minus 4a. They're all like terms. And then my b's are also like terms with one another. So I'm going to put all the red things together. So I've got 13a plus 2a minus 4a. And then I've got plus 8b minus 5b. So when I combine the red, I've got 13 times a plus 2 times a is going to give me 15a. Minus 4a is going to be 11a. So 13 plus 2, take away 4. And then I've got plus 8b minus 5b. So 8b, take away 5b will give me plus 3b. And that's as simplified as that can get because I've no longer got any like terms. And as you can see, what we started with on question D and what we finished with, they're equivalent expressions. They are equal to each other. I haven't changed anything. But this second one that we've done is a lot more easier to read and understand because there's a lot less going on in it. So we have definitely simplified. And then the last question we're going to do is question E. Okay, and question E is 12uv plus 7v minus 3vu plus 3v. And I'm just going to move it up the page so you can see it a bit better. And I'm going to run out of room, but that'll be okay. So again, I'm going to underline my like terms. So 7v is a like term with 3v. They've got the same pronumerals. And although 12uv has uv and 3 has vu, I could rewrite this as uv, and they are like terms. They have the same pronumerals, so they are definitely like terms. So we've then got, if I rearrange it, we've got 12uv minus, so the positive or negative sign that you've got in front of a term goes with the term that comes after it. So minus 3, that shouldn't be a highlighter, minus 3vu or uv, you could write it as uv again, plus 7v plus 3v equals 12 minus 3 is 9 uv plus 10v, because we've got 7v plus 3v. Okay, so in the remainder of this lesson, there's quite a lot in this work program that you've got here, but you're going to be working on, so it's exercise 8D, okay, and it's on page 379 of the Year 7 textbook. I don't think you will get it all done in one lesson. That's why I'm giving you 2 lessons, but I do want to see you're working for each question. So for each question you're doing, you need to rewrite the expression. Okay, so just like I did in the examples, rewrite the expression, rearrange it to have your like terms together or underline your like terms, and then give an answer. So I don't want to see just answers on the page, or you'll need to redo them.